What is hip hop happening YouTube? My name is ignitednight. Obviously, I am not the ThePikaWu, for the ThePikaWu is off on vacation to some far off distant land. And he asked me to upload a battle to his channel, and of course, you could tell what my response was if you are in fact watching this. So, this is a battle against someone by the name of Mr. Pokemon Paper, something like that, with numbers on the end. I don't really remember his battle; it was a while ago. Looking at his team, main threat is that not Dragonite, Salamence, which if it is a DD Mence, can wreck shop on my team. And of course, he has Eradicate for some reason, which I didn't suspect him to lead off with it, but he ends up doing right now. So not really sure what this thing wants to do. I'm going to lead off with my Mind Shell, and I'm going to go for the Fake Out just to kind of scout what he's going to do. And he's going to switch into his Ferrothorn, which is kind of odd because, I do have the high jump kick, but I'm pretty sure he's probably baiting for that. I'm going to go for the Protect, considering he has the Aerodactyl, which can set up rocks. So like I thought, he is going to go for the Protect. I'm just going to go for the U-turn, and now I'm going to go for the high jump kick, probably thinking that he would think I would go for the U-turn and switch out of there. But he actually ends up going to his Gliscor, predicting that, which is pretty nice. But unfortunately for him, I carry the Hidden Power Ice on my Mind Shell, so that is luckily going to take it out and give me an early 5-6 lead, of course, and Gliscor is big pain in the behind, so it's nice to get that thing taken out early on. And right now he's going to go into his, what is this, Aerodactyl, and I don't really want to stay in, but I don't want him setting up Stealth Rocks because that's really going to hurt my Staraptor. So I'm going to stay in and go for, anything just in case we want to go for Stealth Rocks. And now I'm going to go into Scizor. I'm going to go for the Pursuit in case he wants to switch out, but he ends up staying in and going for rocks anyways. But now that I'm pretty sure he thinks I'm banded, I'm fairly sure he's going to stay in because, it's pretty much a checkmate situation if I had gone for the Pursuit. But I do carry the Bullet Punch, and that thing's going to get taken out. So now he's going to go into Mence, and I don't really want this thing setting up Dragon Dances. Luckily for me, he predicts the switch probably into Tentacruel, in case he went for the Fire Blast. So I'm going to get up a Swords Dance and just do as much damage as I can with the Bullet Punch, considering Scizor is not going to be too useful outside of dealing with this Mence. And if I can get enough damage on it, I can probably just Fake Out, kill it with Mind Shell. He's still going to go for Earthquakes though, and I'm thinking maybe he's choiced. I'm not too sure. But I'm just gonna stay in and go for another Bullet Punch, and that unfortunately is gonna backfire for me because he switches onto his Ferrothorn, which was pretty obvious. But I just went for the safe play because sometimes you just gotta play it safe. So I want to go into my Latios, and I know he has the Protect, but I'm still just gonna go for the Hidden Power anyways, in case he went for the Protect and switched out into his Mence. Thinking I may be choiced, I could hit that thing with a Draco Meteor, but he does in fact decide to stay in. So right now he's going to switch onto his Gardevoir, and I don't really know what this thing wants to do, so I'm just going to go into my Tentacruel, which aside from dealing with this Gardevoir isn't going to be too useful this match also. He's going to go for a Shadow Ball, and that's actually going to do a pretty decent chunk considering it's unstabbed, so I'm thinking maybe perhaps it's Specs. I'm not really too sure. I'm going to stay in even though I got the special defense drop because I really want to rapid spin those rocks away, especially now that his Aerodactyl is out of the way. And right now I can switch into my Staraptor if he is in fact Specs, and I can just go from there, hit him with the U-turn, Brave Bird. This of course being a Scarf Staraptor, I've used this in pretty much every battle I've uploaded. And he's going to go into Mence, probably predicting the U-turn, which I believe I do go for right now. Probably should have gone for the Brave Bird there because a Reckless Stab Brave Bird is much more than a super effective U-turn, and Gardevoir would probably have been taken out with it anyways. But I'm going to switch on to Latios, and he turns out to be faster, which means he's Choice Scarfed, which is kind of a big problem because if he's Jolly, the fastest thing on my team is Scarf Adamant Staraptor, but I'm going to go into my Shelgon, which is my main defensive wall. This is something I've been using a lot lately. It's never disappointed, and as you can see, Probably maybe adamant, I'm not too sure, but a stab super effective dragon claw is like a 3-hit KO, which is very nice because now I can get the toxic off. And yeah, Eviolite Shelgon is just so bulky, it's ridiculous. And I can just wish stall this thing. And I wasn't really sure if he wanted to stay in because he hasn't seen the protect yet, but I guess he switches out because Wish Protect kind of go in tandem with each other. And yeah, I'm gonna get back I'm gonna get back my Wish, and right now I'm gonna just Protect because it failed before. I can scout out what he wants to do, and he's gonna go for the Psychic. So right now I'm gonna switch on my Tentacruel to take the Psychic, and then I can just safely switch in Staraptor or anything like that. And it is going to kill me out from there. So now I'm going to go into Staraptor. He has 3 guys left. I believe I have 2 in my Staraptor and my Shelgon. I'm going to just go for the Brave Bird right now, and he's going to switch on to his Raticate. So that thing is, of course, going to get one-shotted by Adamant, Stab, Reckless, Brave Bird. Just hits like a train, and it's going to wreck that thing. And right now he's down to 2 guys also, his Gardevoir and his Ment. And right now I'm gonna switch into Shelgon because he's probably gonna go for the Dragon Claw. Not if he's Scarfed. He is in fact Scarfed. And this is probably the turning point because if he switches out and goes into not Staraptor. If he switches out and goes into Gardevoir, he can. I'm actually gonna pause this right now. Right now, if he switches out into his Gardevoir, he can take me out with any sort of hit, and then he can outspeed with his Ments afterwards. But if he stays in and goes for the Dragon Claw, with me predicting that, and I switch into Staraptor, it's pretty much his game because Shelgon right now can't take another Dragon Claw. So right now I'm going to predict the switch into Gardevoir, and luckily that's what he ends up doing. And I'm going to switch into my Staraptor. And right now this is pretty much a good game because Staraptor can easily take out this Gardevoir, and while Ments could probably take out my Staraptor, it's going to die to toxic damage, and on the off chance it doesn't, I have my Shelgon with Protect, so there's no way he's going to be living 2 turns. So that's pretty much a good game, and here I actually found out that he's in fact Adamant himself, so yeah, it's down to a speed tie, but I wouldn't want to risk the whole game on a speed tie, so it's nice to just play it safe there. So that's pretty much a good game. His link is in the description, as well as mine. If you enjoy the sound of my voice, feel free to stop by my channel. I have plenty more videos with my voice in it. And I know PikaWu likes to end with a question of the day, so my question to you guys is, are you a coffee person or a tea person? This is something I've asked on my channel before. Personally, I can't get enough of tea. It's just such a mellow taste and it just gets you up, while coffee is still kind of bitter. But I'm curious to see what the subscribers of ThePikaWu prefer. So that's my question of the day. Hope you enjoyed the battle, and yeah, have a wonderful day and peace out.